Welcome back to J&J Dynasty. All right, let's get into this video and we'll get it cranked up. All right, so hello there. Welcome to J&J. So, I actually get a few people who are liking or watching the video, so like, click, and subscribe. So hopefully we can grow the channel. Hopefully I can get the software then to get some other idiots on here to give you a better, more balanced perspective. There you go. That's the word I was looking for. So let's get into this one. We are doing the top 15 rookie wide receivers according to FanPro's ERC. So I've got everything up there. Not KTC, not KTC. This is, again, the top 15. We're going to go a little bit beyond that. We'll have a few surprises, hopefully. But we'll just go through this and talk about it. So obviously, number one is Jackson Smith and Jigba. I personally do not like his landing spot. I do not like the quarterback. I do not like the offense. I do not like him being the third wide receiver. But the cream always rises to the top. So if you're going to be going after him, don't be scared. Get him. All right. So he's one of the guys I do like in this draft. And so with that being said, I don't know much more. I mean, the first four guys are kind of chalk. But after, so we'll just go through it. Second on their list currently is Jordan Addison, who had the fabulous landing spot with the Vikings. May not have the upside as of the other guys, but he might be the biggest producer out of the gate. So obviously Jordan Addison with the Vikings, him and Justin Jefferson should rule the roost. So he could easily put up a top wide receiver two type season this year. So right off the top, we got the top two guys, Smith and Addison, the two best hands guys I think that are in the draft. The next guy is Quentin Johnson, the super freak, the guy that can do it all. He's got the size, the speed, the skill. Should have a video came out of him catching the ball with his hands on every drill from Herbert. So everybody's kind of going crazy about that. So he's going to slide back up the ranks. So we like his landing spot with his long-term potential with the other guys. Not so much for this year, but in the future. So moving on a little bit further, we got Zay Flowers, the thumbnail photo. He's in number 4, so that's pretty much chalk. I mean, you can switch the last 3 guys around a little bit, shuffle them how you want, but everybody has those 4 guys. Boom, right there. So Zay Flowers is still getting all kinds of love, and if you want him, go get him. He's popping up ahead. I'll just jump into here. So he is actually gone as high as number 2. So he's gone Addison, Quentin Johnson, and Zay Flowers. So the top 3 have all been number 1 in somebody's one expert's ratings, and Flowers was never number 1. He was number 2, but he's solidly in there. At number 4, you can see his average of all the experts is 3.7. So keep an eye on that as we go, or take a look down the list to show everybody that's on there how much of a difference and how close guys are to usurping somebody else, right? So, I mean, you kind of got the list there. So you got Marvin Mims, Jonathan Mingo, and Josh Downs. I do like a couple of these other guys here. So we have Josh Downs. I do like Indianapolis as a landing spot with him, but I mean, look at how small he is in this picture. Just look at how tiny he is. That football looks like a watermelon in his hand, and the other guy looks like a linebacker compared to him, and that's a safety or a corner. So he is a very small guy. I do like that he landed with the Colts, and he can do the slot receiver possession stuff with Alec Pierce and Pittman, doing the X and the Y type routes. So it's a really good fit for him, depending on quarterback play. If Minshew is the guy, I mean, I can see him putting up wide receiver 3, wide receiver 4, wide receiver 5, between 5 and 3, somewhere in there type numbers, because Minshew will sling it. If the rookie winds up being the quarterback for the Colts, less production for all 3 of those wide receivers and more production for Jonathan Taylor. So kind of a balancing act there. All right. A guy we have a little bit further down is Cedric Tillman, and he's getting a lot of love. I think he's actually the better of the 2 Tennessee wide receivers overall. a bit of a body catcher, but not a one-trick pony like Hyatt. So I personally fancy him higher than Hyatt, even though I think Hyatt was higher in the list here. So Cleveland has they added him and more to Bell already and Cooper, Amari Cooper. So there's a lot of guys and a lot of mouths to feed in Cleveland. Is it going to be Nick Chubb running the ball with Jerome Ford, or are they going to be slinging the rock with Watson? I don't know. I would go with the guy who got 250 million guaranteed. So that's the reason they're adding all these guys, and we'll see if Tillman can rise to the top, so to speak, with all those guys. One guy that I'm still fascinated with is Boutte, and with him, the simple fact is that there's nobody to stand in his way in New England. The only thing that's going to stand in his way is himself and his health. All right. So I am of the mindset that I don't think that he's personally, I don't think he's fully recovered from his ankle surgeries. So even though he played it last year, I don't think he was fully healthy. I still don't think he's fully healthy. I think that's why he was so slow in the 40-yard dash. There was obviously some sort of malady because everybody was expecting him to run in the low 4.4s and he was 4.5. I mean, that's a big difference. So I think that Boutte is one of the guys, if you want to steal, get some skill, I think that he has the ability to get to a wide receiver type season for you and actually be somebody you can put in your lineup most weeks, just because there is literally nobody else there in New England to catch the ball. All right. So that gets us almost all the way down to the bottom. I mean, you can see everybody on there. And once again, take a look. A couple other guys of note that are a little bit past the top 15. I like him, Charlie Jones. He's going to be the slot receiver for Cincinnati. He's going to be more so next year. But he's a guy who I'm going to keep my eye on, at least my good one. So he's one of the few guys that I do like, just outside the top 15. And then another guy would be Xavier Hutchinson. And now he's one of two guys that they did wind up drafting in Houston as far as the wide receivers. But with the skill set that he has, if he can improve, he could wind up being one of Stroud's favorite targets. We don't know about Mechie. Nico Collins, I don't think has shown anything in 2 years, and he didn't show anything in Michigan other than he has all the ability to be something, but he hasn't shown it yet. So with that being said, I'll add in here, boom, there we go. I put the next 10 guys in from the ECR on there. So it just gives you what their average was to the far right, but it shows you where they slotted in there. And you can see Hutchinson, you can see Charlie Jones on there, and some other guys. So it's actually the top 25, so it's a top 15 with a bonus 10, right? So, but that's kind of what I wanted to show with you guys, showed you guys everybody thing. And I think I got another slide here so I can put it all on here. So you guys the top 15 and the top 25. So you can take a look at where they're ranking currently if you're doing a draft or if you want to make a trade for one of these guys. This is how their value is breaking down as far as that. So if you're in your draft, think about this. If you're looking at wide receiver number 7, are you looking at Josh Downs, or are you looking at Mingo, or are you looking at Rashee Rice? So, it's kind of hopefully helpful as far as where everybody's slotting them and what everybody's overall mindset is according to these guys. So hope you enjoyed the video. Once again, like the video, click the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications because I do have some stuff popping up here and there. I'm trying to be a little bit more consistent, try to make it a little bit more user-friendly, and hopefully we can get a couple more people on here and expand the channel a little bit. So that's what my hope is. Who knows if it goes anywhere, but again, why not try? So with that being said, which is going to be I'm going to be on my merch with that being said, right? So we'll go on, and I think that's pretty much the video. So have a great weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Thumbnail. There you go. Have a great one.